Hello and welcome to another Raggy's Beers, Wines and Spirits review. Tonight I'm going to review a new beer that's well, certainly new to me. I've not seen it before. I think I got it from Tesco's. I think it was Tesco's. So it's Black Sheep Brewery, as you can see on the top, and it's their milk stout. It seems to be the thing these days to bring out milk stouts. There's loads of different breweries doing it. Guinness, Cameron's, Black Sheep, and I've seen a few others about. So 4.4%, creamy, rich and dark. It says here, I apologise for my eyes these days. A silky creamy stout packing notes of chocolate, vanilla and coffee, brewed with lactose and a robust malt blend. This milk stout offers a satisfying sweetness that cuts against a light bitterness, brought together for an irresistible velvet texture. Is that what it says on here? Yep, I could have read it off my phone, and in writing it's actually easier to read. Sometimes, I don't know if it's just me these days, but on the bottles, the writing and the it's just not easily readable. And then you go on there, and it's similar sort of size writing, and wow, I came back in, and it's very readable. So sometimes the breweries themselves need to make it a little easier for people to read what's on the bottle. So I'm ready for a drink. 6 o'clock at night nearly. I'm busy again today as usual, every Saturday. So, very dark. It does make me laugh when it says it's a milk stout. You don't see the milk in the colour, that's for sure. Ooh. Well, glass over a little bit too much there. Sacrilege. Don't like spilling beer at the best of times, especially when I'm sober. So lovely dark colour to it, tan head, can't see any carbonation, not in that colour, it's just too dark to see anything. What does it say about the smell? Definitely coffee. It says there's vanilla and chocolate. No, I can smell malt and chocolate, but I can't smell coffee rather, but I can't smell the vanilla. Right, let's give it a quick taste. Surprisingly very creamy, milky, without being like a milky coffee sort of thing. You can taste it, but it's there. Reserve judgment till I'm further down. I made that mistake last night on the review. I reviewed Ode Roger, and I had it a few weeks ago, and it tasted absolutely bang on. And but it was before I started doing any reviews. So I reviewed it last night, and whether my taste buds were off yesterday or whether the beer, first initial, said there is the glass. That first initial taste of it tasted great. Got further down the glass, and there was a real sweetness coming through that wasn't actually that pleasant. And for a person who likes stronger beers, I actually found it not very nice beer at all in the end. So whether I'd had a bottle that just wasn't, there was a batch that just wasn't up to the standards, and I suppose it does happen. You can't get it right 100% of the time, but just makes you wonder. Let me find some reviews. Here we go. So I use beeradvocate.com. I find they're the best. Some of the others, it's all about photos, and I'm not interested in looking at photos. So, it's got a rating of 4.01 out of 5. Exceptional. But that's from one rating. So, here we go. Bottled. So my first thought when it comes to milk stout is sharp bittered, stern faced Northern Housewives. So I'm pouring it into an half glass and topping it up so it looks like that serving. Black body with chocolate milkshake foam above mocha aroma coffee. Coffee cream and bitter sweet dark chocolate finish. And that's all it says. And that looks to be the only... Oh, 1 minute. Oh, bugger. Come off it now. Just go back in just to see if Rate Beer's got any more reviews, because it's better to have a few more. They've only got 3 reviews, because sometimes it might be that particular person or 3 or 4 people who absolutely love it or ate it, you know, and you can sign something to the dump if you're not careful. 6th of August 2018, dark chocolate cacao, dark roast, sweet malts, burnt toast, rye bread, floral notes, hazy, very dark brown, small frothy, off-white head, light bitter and sweet, more creamy chocolate mocha, coffee, soft flippy, fire. You know, sometimes all you want is is a better review, a bit more down to earth instead of trying to name every version of what's in every stout going. Black body with a tan head, exactly. Nose is vanilla, roasted malt, lentils. Lentils? Don't think so. Bittersweet, creamy mouthful, good. Yeah, I got the creamy mouthful. Can't really take much credence to them reviews so far. Yeah, there's definitely no lentils. I get the roasted coffee and the chocolate. I don't really get the vanilla, but in the taste, you certainly get the creaminess. Maybe that's the vanilla coming through, you know, as part of the milk part of it. Really easy to drink. Bit of a creamy aftertaste. You get the roasted notes coming through. A bit like that. Definitely roasted coffee coming through. And a bit like yesterday, whether my palate is starting to distinguish these things or whether I'm just... because I've had nothing to eat yet today. I can remember. No. Yeah, there's a lovely creaminess to it. Not as strong as I remember of the other stout, milk stouts. I'm sure the Guinness one's about, is it 6%, and the other one was about 5 point something. So this being 4.4%, yet it does not taste like 4.4%. It definitely tastes like a 5.5, 6%. Amazing how flavours in beers can make them seem stronger, you know. Maybe that's a thing for the government to turn around to these companies and say, make your beer flavours brilliant, but keep that alcohol content down, you know. And we don't want what's going to happen in Scotland, where they're charging you for the alcohol content, or beers that cost £1.60 at supermarkets in Britain will be 3 or 4 quid, in England rather, 3 or 4 quid in Scotland, just because of the alcohol content in that beer itself. Something to worry about, you know, if they do start getting silly with charging you, you know. What it will do is probably push everyone to brewing their own beer, and then you've got to worry then to start looking at the kits and saying, right, well, you can't charge any less than £60 for a kit, but you can kill off markets if you start doing that. So whereas Scotland's only got about, I don't know, it's about 7 million people in Scotland and about 60 odd million people in England, so it's not as easy to bring things in, you know. Let's hope not, anyway. Otherwise we'll all be nipping to France and getting our wine and booze at the silly prices in France, where we're not paying our stupid taxes, and then bringing them back up and consuming. Because bottles of wine, a £6 bottle of wine up here, £6 and more, can cost you something like £2.40 a bottle in France. And you know, they're big savings, less than half price, and that's genuine less than half price. I mean, if the £6 bottles of Brewed when they were on offer at £6, not when the normal sale price. So, still got a lovely head. It must be carbonating because the head would not stay on that long if it wasn't. But yeah, good head, good feel to it, pleasant smell, pleasant taste, pleasant aftertaste. Looks the job, doesn't it? I mean, look at that. Hey, that's all well done, Black Sheep, you know. It's a 4.4%, but you'd easily mistake it for something in the 6% range. Absolutely spot on. Taste is good. Lots of different tastes coming out of it. You know, we all experience different. When you look at reviews, you notice that some people, like, certain things come out all the time. Like in this review, it will be vanilla, coffee, chocolate, the maltiness, a creamy, you know, roasted notes coming out of it. And then other people, I mean, lentils, I don't know where they get lentils from, but it's amazing how different stuff can come out of reviews. And you know, is that some, and then what someone was saying, that toasted bread and things like that. I don't know, you know, it's amazing what people get out of their reviews. But that is quality, that is, it really is. If you're watching it not from in Britain, Black Sheep Brewery, they make a lot of good beers. Here's another one I picked up the other day for a future review. Yorkshire Square Ale, 5%, got it from B&M Bargains. I think it was about £1.50 or something like that, and my wife bought it for me. And so wherever we go, we always try and get new beers. The amount of real ales in Britain at the moment is absolutely staggering. The amount of breweries, if ever Britain can be proud of itself, is just the sheer amount. I mean, France and that, they've got their wines, and we've got our own wines now, especially with this, the way the weather's changing. But the amount of different real ales in Britain is absolutely staggering. I mean, Nottingham, there's probably about 8 different breweries as far as I know and can recollect. And it seems, you know, the age where it went downhill, you know, because of CAMRA, the, you know, campaign for real ales, although they don't class every ale as a real ale, even if it is. But and over the years, you know, it's not just men, middle-aged men, it's young people in the 20s who like real ales, old people in the 70s. It is staggering the sheer amount of different real ales there are in this country. And you know, and no reviewer has reviewed them all because there's just too many to review. I mean, I'm trying to review 2 a day, real ales, or sometimes I'll do the odd wine or spirits, you know, just to break it up a bit. I've got a nice bottle of Malbec sat in the background, and that's going to be my review for tonight because of the fact that I'm doing some steak in a bit, and I want some Malbec to go with the steak, because steak and Malbec together. And I sneakily bought 2 rump steaks to cook on the barbecue because it's the best place to cook a steak is on the barbecue. Nice and slow, but keep it nice and medium, or medium rare if you can. But anyway, back to this. Sorry for going off on a tangent. I like this beer. I think it is absolutely the dogs. You know, wow. I was very disappointed with the 2 beers I had last night. I mean, I wasn't expecting much out of Brown's Ale, Man's Brown Ale rather, and I was expecting more from Old Roger, and that really shook some of my beliefs in, you know, what most strong beers taste like. This is a beer that's nearly half the alcohol content of Old Roger, but yet trumps it in every department. Taste, smell, looks, you know, it's just there. So, out of 5, definitely one of the good beers that I've seen recently. 4.65 out of 5. Absolutely bang on. Would I have it again? Yes. Would I drink more than one? Definitely. You know, it's a quality beer, and it's only 4.4%. So, you know, Obviously, don't drink and drive if you can help it. But yeah, lovely. Look at that. Even at the bottom, it's still got an head on. Brilliant. Wouldn't you love that on tap in a pub? Thanks for watching. I'm already at the 15-minute stage. I rattled on a bit long tonight. See you soon.